It burns, doesn't it? That feeling in your chest when you think about what they did. It wasn't fair and you know it. People say holding a grudge is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. And for years, I drank that poison every day. I thought my anger was protecting me. Today I want to share 3 lessons I learned the hard way, lessons that might finally give you peace. But at the end there's one uncomfortable truth about why we hold on to anger, a truth that nobody wants to admit. And if you don't face it, you will never be free. So let's be honest about where we start. We get stuck because we are secretly fighting reality. We replay the argument in the shower. We imagine what we should have said. We fantasize about a version of the past where they didn't hurt us, or where they finally realized how wrong they were. I used to do this for hours, but here's the hard truth I had to learn. You cannot change the past. The past is dead. It's frozen. No matter how much mental energy you burn, you cannot go back and make them a better person. So the first step isn't forgiveness, it's radical acceptance. It's looking at the wreckage of what happened and saying, this happened, it was unfair, it hurt, and it is over. You have to stop trying to build a time machine and start living in the reality of today. Because as long as you're fighting the past, you're missing your own life. But then we run into the next wall. We think, okay, I accept it happened, but I need them to apologize. I need closure. I know you want closure. You want them to look you in the eye and say, I messed up. You didn't deserve that. But to be honest with you, you might never get that. They might never understand how much they hurt you, and waiting for them to get it is just another way of letting them control your happiness. This is the hardest pill to swallow, but it changed everything for me. They were protecting themselves. People rarely hurt us because they are evil villains in a movie. They hurt us because they are broken. They were acting out of their own fear, their own trauma, or their own selfishness. Hurt people hurt people. This doesn't mean what they did was okay. It doesn't mean you have to invite them back into your life. It just means you can stop seeing them as a monster and start seeing them as a flawed, messy human being who made a mistake. And once you see them as just a person, they start to look a lot smaller, and your anger starts to feel a little less heavy. This is a really heavy topic and I want to check in with you. Be honest with me in the comments. Who is the one person you swore you would never forgive? You don't have to use their name, just say an ex or an old friend. Let's just get it out of your head and write it down. So if they aren't going to apologize, why should you forgive them? Why let them off the hook? This is where we get it wrong. We think forgiveness is a gift we give to them. We think it's saying, it's okay that you hurt me. It's not. Forgiveness is selfish, and I mean it in the best possible way. Forgiveness isn't about them, it's about you. It's about your sleep, your peace of mind, your future. Right now, you are letting them live rent-free in your head. You are waking up thinking about them. You are ruining your own day being angry at them. You are essentially letting them hurt you over and over again long after they've actually left the room. Forgiving them is an act of aggressive self-preservation. It's cutting the cord. It's saying, I value my own peace too much to keep carrying this backpack of rocks. You forgive them not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be happy. But remember that uncomfortable truth I mentioned at the start? The real reason this is so hard? Ideally, we would just decide to be selfish and move on. But we don't. We cling to the anger. Why? Here is what I found. We cling to the anger because we are secretly blaming ourselves. Deep down beneath the rage at them, there's a whisper of, how could I be so stupid? Why did I trust them? I should have seen that coming. We feel shame. We feel like a victim. And this is the breakthrough. Forgiving them is actually about forgiving yourself. When you forgive them for being a flawed, messy human who made a mistake, you are giving yourself permission to be a flawed human who made a mistake. You are forgiving yourself for trusting them. You are forgiving yourself for not seeing the red flags. You have to let yourself off the hook too. You did the best you could with the information you had. It's okay. So how do we actually do this? How do we release it? Please do not try to just push it away or think positive. That doesn't work. You have to feel it. Don't run away from the bad feelings. If you feel sad, cry. If you feel rage, scream into a pillow. If you feel grief, let yourself grieve the relationship you lost. The only way to get better is to go through it. If you try to numb it or ignore it, it will haunt you forever. It will come out in your next relationship or your health. So sit with the pain, respect it, feel it fully, and then once you've felt it all, you will notice that it starts to pass. Thanks for watching.